This one's dedicated to our number one listener, Jessica.
I think this is fairly recent, like past 3 years or so.
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new movie.
It's new.
Yeah. But the book, too, I think is fairly recent.
Yeah, it was the book went into a movie. Now,
It went really quickly. It got really popular, and then they turned it into a movie.
And it was his first book he'd ever written.
Oh, really?
what I found
First book he's ever read, actually.
telling about the book is the degree of what do you call it? Continuity? Basically, the degree to which they stuck to the book. A lot of the book is done as transcripts, kind of like the little video diaries that Matt's character was making in the movie, but it's put out as transcript. And a lot of the dialogue that Matt Damon has in the movie is word for word dialogue from the book, which doesn't usually happen. Usually they use the book as a loose concept, kind of spin their way around it. But with a few exceptions, they were very religiously to the book.
Maybe he was a writer for the screenplay, too.
It's possible, but the fact that the entire dialogue, when he talks about sciencing the shit out of it, that's in the book, that exact line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Source material, true to source material.
There we go.
Yeah. There we go. Where are we going?
Mm-hmm.
Are we leaving?
Yeah. There, who goes?
Science.
Yeah. I don't like Matt Damon. Throw that out there.
Okay.
Great segue.
Yeah.
Good that you get that off your chest. What is it in particular that you don't like about Matt Damon?
And in this movie, it's more pronounced than in his other
maybe because
movies.
he's in the movie like 95% of the time.
Yeah.
He's just a little bit too smug.
It could just be called the Matt Damon Show.
He's a little too smug.
You really like Interstellar. He's in that.
No,
right?
he's not.
Yes, he is.
Oh, my God.
Who is he in Interstellar?
He's the guy that they wake up on the frozen planet, the lead of the people that they
He's an
sent out
asshole.
there. He is an asshole in Interstellar.
Yeah.
Oh, so as long
He tries to kill everyone off so that he can live.
He's a small bit part. He's also so great. Yeah, he works well in that movie because he's distasteful, and I'm already distasteful about him. So he's a perfect role.
Oh, okay. He needs to have a more hateable character. So you can be like, yeah, am I right?
Makes sense. That guy should get fucked up.
What about the mob movie? What was the name of the...
Departed?
Yes, The Departed. Did you like him in The Departed? He played an asshole in that movie.
He did play an asshole, yeah.
But I hated his accent.
In the Jason Bourne movies,
yeah,
you were like kind of rooting for the government to find and kill him.
I've actually never seen any of those movies.
He was actually on the phone with the government calling in tips. I just saw him. He's got a red bag, and he jumped out the bank window.
There he goes.
I'll pause it for you. You'll be able to catch him.
He's not moving.
Yeah, he's still in the same spot.
Why can't you get him?
Yeah,
I don't have a big problem with him. There might be some Matt Damon lovers in the crowd here.
I think Brian likes Matt Damon, which is cool. There's no conflict.
Wouldn't characterize my relationship to him as love, but
Stronger than that?
I don't
Worship?
watch every movie he's in or know even what he's made. I just think he's a pleasure to look at.
Physically.
Oh, you find him physically attractive.
Well, yeah, he's a good, but he's also like he seems like a very normal, like down to earth guy. Like when I see him on talk shows or whatever.
I would say my favorite movie of his would be The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Oh my God, that movie's terrible.
Yeah, I know, but like he plays like kind of like a sociopath, and he does that well.
I didn't see that.
I already view him as sort of a sociopath, so it kind of works well.
I think that's what Brian was saying. I don't know what to do with what you're saying, Jonathan. I'm going to go back to what Brian was saying. That he is really relatable as like a normal person. That's like his sort of thing. And I think, didn't he marry some woman who was not in Hollywood? Like she's like a normal person.
I wouldn't trust that guy.
Physically in Hollywood?
Right. Like she was a waitress or a bartender or something like that.
Which is kind of cool. I want to marry someone that's really famous and get paid.
I think there's something about
Matt Damon.
I suppose this applies to many male celebrities, male actors, but there's something about men who, age and get older and don't get fat and don't become stupid or disconnected or
Sean Connery.
Racist.
Sean Connery.
No, actually.
I guess always racist.
It's kind of a role model
Started off
thing.
that way.
Like they're
George Clooney.
there's too many older
Mel
men
Gibson.
working, whatever.
What about that guy in the commercials, the abs over 40 guy?
Just saying
haven't
someone who
seen
can maintain health and look vibrant
Integrity.
and not be an ignorant fat fuck when they're over 50.
The bar is low here. I feel like what you're getting at.
You're basically saying he's not an asshole. He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't. He can. He has a certain amount of dignity to himself.
Yeah, there's something appealing about middle-aged men and older who maintain themselves. I think there's just something fundamentally appealing about that.
Have you always felt that way, or is it as we move towards middle-aged men
I've
ourselves?
always felt that way. Yeah,
Always, even since you were like 6. Come on, don't be ridiculous.
A little creepy.
Yeah.
I like Matt Damon.
That's cool.
I like him too. I like
think
Ben
it's
Affleck.
I think there's something cool about this movie in particular too, about the way
Like movies with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
Seriously?
I'm sorry.
I have the same response.
Yours was negative.
Yeah. Terrible.
The way that this movie like celebrates science and problem solving and sort of mental horsepower to work out problems. I think that's something that there isn't enough of in our culture, and I think that any small contribution to that mentality is positive.
Work the problem.
It was also a very strong aspect of not giving up. All the problems that he was faced with. There were a few where he had initially had a little bit of a downtime where he was just pissed off about the situation, but each time he said, okay, it's a problem. How can I fix it? Not, it's a problem. I give up. I'm going to go bury my head in the sand. But
yeah, well,
this is, of course, he doesn't have a lot of options in this situation, but he approached each issue with a very positive mindset.
There's something,
of, let's figure this out and get it done.
I think there's a connection between NASA being a government program and America from 20 or 30 years ago, where NASA was more a part of our national consciousness, and that kind of positivity and can-do attitude. I think that's something this movie taps into that's really good.
I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would also say that like that theme isn't uncommon. I think we all can go around the room, and I think we should, and name a movie that has those same themes. For me,
The Martian.
Cool Runnings. That is a movie
about Jamaica,
right? Who they're being challenged,
led by an American,
to be a bobsledding team. There's things that comes up. They have to figure it out. They never give up. They have to have ingenuity. Cool Runnings. It's a parallel. The Martian.
Don't they lose in Cool Runnings?
I don't remember actually, because it doesn't matter. It's about. And actually, I was thinking about that. What happens if this movie ends? That they pick up Matt Damon and everyone's happy and stuff, and on the way back, everyone dies because when they blew that little pod to slow themselves down, it made some critical problem with their journey home, and they all die in space. Was that a sad movie? I don't know if it's a sad movie. Because they all accomplished incredible tasks. They just happened to die.
It would be a very uplifting movie because everyone made the conscious choice to make a sacrifice to help someone else.
Would it make the movie better?
If they died?
Yeah.
No. It would have been better than the ending that was on the movie, where he's in the classroom making bad jokes about his time on Mars. That was a horrible ending.
Instead of his funeral.
I've rewatched the movie, I always just stop it as soon as it comes to that scene and say, movie over.
You say it out loud?
Yes, I do. I say movie over.
Is a voice activated?
Throw my hands in the air, take off my pants, and hit power. And by power, I mean my penis.
I had an emotional response to this movie.
Did you?
Even after the first time, and have read the book.
Yeah, Jim did too. He had to like leave the room and go to the bathroom.
Not that kind of emotional.
An emotional response. Although
it was a physical response.
Anal response.
There was some emotions in the restroom. Most of them coming from the toilet, and it was despair.
Brad, was your emotional response?
I don't feel like it's inappropriate to discuss it after that comment.
Okay.
So,
any other movies where people are, overcoming adversity and coming together as a team? And
I feel like you kind of put us on the spot because you had that good Cool Runnings joke.
Oh, okay. Well, just popped in my head. I didn't think of Cool Runnings before we started recording.
I always think of Cool Runnings.
I can't think of any.
Anyways. If you think of them, just throw them out there.
Why don't I just name another space movie like Apollo?
I know I might be ridiculed by John immediately, but I don't know if you've seen it, but the movie Das Boot, which is the German submarine film, it's not about American ingenuity, but it's about the ingenuity of Nazi Germans. But it's about
always something to be celebrated.
Yeah, but it's about normal men fixing monumental problems and surviving, and that's an example.
That's cool. That's a good one.